Breaking news, everyone. DR.BURRY, yes, the DR.BURRY, the famous short seller from the housing crash in 2008, has bought into GameStop for a long-term investment. However, does this actually mean anything for a technical trader? Guys, let's find out. How is it going, everyone? Yas here from Trading Vanguard. I'm a technical trader who trades short squeeze, momentum, and volatile stocks. All of the info shown in this video is not financial advice and just my opinion. So, guys, it's Monday today. I hope you've had a great start to the week. I know I certainly have. Today we'll be doing another analysis on the ticker GME or GameStop, following the news that DR.BURRY has bought in. So, guys, what I wanted to do for everyone who has not come to my channel before and not seen my previous updates on GameStop, I wanted to do a quick recap. So, guys, let's switch on the drawings and let's see what's going on with GameStop. So, for those who haven't seen my other videos on GameStop, guys, the chart pattern for GameStop is very predictable in my opinion. And guys, if you understand how chart pattern works, you can simply be able to spot this yourself and find the perfect buy-in. And you know, that is the purpose of my channel here. It's not only just to help people find technical setups and, you know, potential short squeezes, but of course, the main focus for me is to help educate everyone in how you guys can find this yourself and, of course, build a community of like-minded traders. And slowly but surely, we are getting there. So, guys, you know, for me, you know, unfortunately, it makes no difference whether DR.BURRY has bought in or hasn't bought in. As much as I would like to admit his purchase has made a difference, guys, for me, I always say I just find it so funny and coincidental that as soon as a stock has so-called news, we just tend to see breakouts. You know, but that's just my opinion, and of course, not financial advice. So, guys, to make it super simple for everyone, let's look at the chart pattern for GameStop. All right. So, super simple, super easy to explain. Guys, I'm going to do a bit of zooming out and let's actually go to the weekly chart. Cool. So, guys, with GameStop, it's super simple. All right. We have here basically three main zones for GameStop. All right. So we've got a super bullish liquidity zone, all right? And that would sit in this area that I've got marked in green. This sits between $7 and around $13 to $14. And guys, we know every time the stock has got into this area, we've had a crazy volatility spike. And we can see that, guys, that's happened twice. All right, we can see the first time GameStop had its mega squeeze to $480. Of course, it's now adjusted. The chart is now adjusted following the splits. Guys, we can see the second that the stock started pumping up and got into this zone, what do you know, guys? Boom. The stock had a crazy reaction where we saw that $480 price level being hit. Of course, they had to switch off the buy button just because it was going to go even more berserk. And guys, the second time that the stock actually came down to this price level, which was the summer of 2024, guys, we had again that same style squeeze where the stock came up to, what was it, $64? Yeah, $64.83. So not exactly the $120 adjusted price level, but however, guys, still, if we measure from the bottom, guys, almost 600%. So, guys, that is a crazy squeeze. And if you know how to read charts, guys, you can make some serious money. So, guys, that's the bullish liquidity zone explained. Okay. Now we've got a bearish liquidity zone. Again, this is the area that I've got marked in red. And guys, this is for me sitting between $33 to $37 near enough. And yeah, guys, this for me, in my opinion, again, of course, this is all my opinion, this is where the bears step in and do not want the price to go further. Okay, we can see every time the stock comes into this zone, it's immediately blasted down. And of course, the bears do not want the price over this zone, because if it does sit above the zone, guys, then we can see it trades past it, and we can see that's what GameStop done in the past. However, the second it got into this area where the bulls are happy to take where the bears were happy to take a position, guys, this is where they took control back from the stock. Okay, so that's the second zone for GameStop, guys. The third zone for me is this area here, and this is kind of a smaller support for GameStop. This is where the stock kind of floats around, and this sits between around $21 to $22, and its final level of support, where I've got marked here in the yellow line, at $17.50. And guys, for me, the $17.50 is the absolute final level of support before the stock tanks down into this green bullish liquidity zone. So guys, that is pretty much it for GameStop, right? It's super simple when you know how to read it. So there's a place where the bulls step in, where the bears step in, and a place where the stock is comfortable. Lastly, guys, the stock is being controlled by this descending trend line. Okay, so I've done two trend lines because I didn't know which one was really controlling it, because it was going to be one of them. However, I've just kept both of them in the charts. And guys, similar to the previous squeeze, we can see that it was controlling it, and then as soon as it broke out, then we had that mega squeeze. And guys, the same thing applies here. So it was being controlled by one of these two descending trend lines. However, in my opinion, I think it probably is going to be the white line. That's the more stronger one. And guys, what do you know? As soon as on my previous video, guys, I did say that, you know, we needed to see a breakout soon. We can see, guys, every time the stock has come into touching this trend line, we've saw a rejection once. And then if I zoom back in, and oops, we don't want to move that at all. We saw rejection once, guys. We saw rejection twice, rejection third time, rejection fourth time. And guys, I said in my first update on GameStop, we are coming close to approaching the trend lines again. And guys, I did say if the stock didn't break out now, then I had no doubt it would have got rejected back to at least $17.50. And guys, what do you know? This is where the stock broke out. And again, you know, some people trade news. Some people think the news helps them. Guys, honestly, I do not care about the news. I just always find it coincidental that as soon as the so-called good news came in, guys, look at this. This is where the stock broke out. And you guys can watch my previous videos. I did, you know, call this out even before it broke out. So we can see that I am telling you guys the truth. Okay, so guys, for me, if I switch back to the daily chart, I have clear confirmation now that definitely this is a clear breakout. Okay, the stock has started to gap up and has broken past the final, I call it the final EMA boss, the EMA Black 200. And yeah, guys, you can see that the stock has just broken past all of the EMA lines, broken past and gapped up, in fact, past of the descending trend lines and gone past the final EMA line. So we can see that the bulls definitely have the dominance here. So what are the price targets, guys? So definitely, in my opinion, I definitely see the first two open gaps of $29.66 and $28.42 getting closed without a shadow of a doubt, guys. The stock has definitely shown that it has got that ability to break up to the upside, and now we just need a case of the bulls stepping in even more. Guys, lastly, we can see another great bullish indicator is the volume. Guys, we can see today that the stock has had over 37 million shares traded, where if we go back just, you know, a few days ago, we can see it's only 3 million. So clearly, guys, This is the type of bullish momentum we want. We need more volume and we need more buying power from the bulls. Okay, so these are going to be the first two price targets in my opinion, guys. And you know, we can see that they're both sitting together, these open gaps, and I've got no issues in thinking that they will get closed together. The second price targets, guys, are basically the bearish liquidity zone. And what we want to see here, guys, is once the stock enters into this area, this is where the bulls really need to vamp up the pressure and, you know, show that they are happy to buy in at these levels. And guys, once the stock enters into this territory, then I can go ahead and make another update for everyone. However, guys, I will admit one thing about GameStop. I'm not too impressed with its volatility. You know, usually in the past when GameStop has had news, you know, or it's had breakouts, it's tended to be much more violent than this. And I'm talking about over 10% in a day, 15% in a day increase. Whereas today, of course, it came up to hit $25, and I think that was about 7-8%. However, it finished with plus 4 or 5% today, I believe, guys, which just makes me think, you know, looking at the float, guys, it's now over 400 million, and you know, over a year ago it was around 300 million. So it's just making me think, guys, maybe the company isn't really helping back end with all of this dilution. So of course, make of that what you will. So guys, what do you lot think about GameStop? Are any of you guys invested? Please let me know in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please drop me a like. And if you are a similar trader to myself, please consider subscribing, as I'll be posting more content like this. Once again, I would like to end the video by saying this information is not financial advice. Trading can be extremely risky and you should always have a trading strategy to stay safe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.